talking Dior today. We are talking the Dior Lucky Clover Fall Beauty Collection 2026. I have the eyeshadows, the blushes, lipsticks. We are going to get into it. I'm going to talk about formulas. I'm going to talk about a very cute little puffy sleeves and whether or not this collection is actually worth your money. Welcome back, everyone. Today we are talking about Dior, specifically the Dior Lucky Clover collection that literally sold out basically the day it launched. Why did it sell out the day it launched? Because of puffy sleeves. Puffy little embossed sleeves, which are a reflection of the Jonathan Anderson couture line, the ready-to-wear line, small leather goods that he's doing, the purses, and very reminiscent of what he did when he came out with the spring line that had the little embossed daisies and ladybugs on them. Don't get me wrong, I think it's adorable, and I love the fact that Dior is incorporating the designs of ready-to-wear and bags into their beauty line. I think that's brilliant, great marketing tactic. However, I do think it's a tactic. I think it is a way to get people to buy makeup without necessarily addressing whether the makeup is any good. But it's obviously worked because I knew this was going to be a hit. Everyone was talking about it all over the internet, and I actually did a countdown for it going on sale at midnight Eastern because I was like, I know everybody wants it, so I'm going to make sure I remind you all. And it did. It sold out. Now they're bringing it back in pieces, like blushes are coming back in stock, eyeshadows, etc. I don't know what the run is. Like, I don't know how much of this was made. I don't know when it's going to pop up at other retailers, if it will. I assume it's going to. But what I do know is that this worked. The puffy, cute little packaging on the sleeves for the eyeshadows, the cases for the Dior Addict lipsticks, and the designs on the blush got everyone's attention. And it worked. Everybody bought it. So not everybody, but it's been very, very popular. So now I did purchase it at midnight because I knew you guys wanted to see it. If I was buying this just my own use, would I have purchased this collection? The answer, to be very honest with you, before we get into the formula and the colors and everything else, is no. The reason it's no is neither one of the eyeshadow quints nor the blushes interested me really at all. What interested me was the liner, the pearly green liner, which we'll get into, and lipstick in Gris, which I have on. Those two things I would have bought. And in fact, I did buy them and I have them here. And I think, spoiler, they're excellent. Love them. I love the formulas of those products. The eyeshadows and the blushes, I'll tell you right now, if it was not for the really cute embossing all over these, practically nobody would be buying this collection because the colors, although very pretty, have been done a million times. They're not particularly special, and the formula is not as good as Dior used to be. However, again, another caveat, I'm a lawyer, what can I say? I am actually very happy that I picked up this collection, and I'm going to get into why. First, we have the Charmed Green and the Lucky Rosewood eyeshadow palettes. They go for $85 a piece. They are limited edition palettes housed in a canage embossed couture pouch accented with 4-leaf clover details, and the powders pressed in a detailed clover pattern. My understanding is these are not real leather. These are whatever these are made of. I actually don't know, pleather of some kind. But they are very puffy, and they're very cute. If you're going to use these as, some people are probably going to use these as card holders or something in their purses, in their bags. And I could see why you would do that. Let's see how well they hold up, but the stitching looks good. I have some, up close pictures. And then the cases for the Addict lipsticks, same thing. They're corresponding. They do a good job. They look like, as I said, the SLGs and some of the bags that Jonathan Anderson has done. There's $365 Charmed Green, $883 Lucky Rosewood. Charmed Green is a harmony of rich forest greens balanced by a warm beige and earthy brown, and Lucky Rosewood is a palette of rosewood, taupe, pearly white, and deep burgundy accent. Then we have the Addict Shine lipsticks, and of course the cases, which I just talked about. The cases are $42, the lipsticks are $48. The new shades is Gris, which it's great. It's a cool tone taupe. It is fantastic. It is a cool girl's dream. Someone mentioned to me the other day that they were looking for cool lipsticks and liners, and I'll actually do a short for you showing some of the best ones I have. But the color you need to buy, if you're really looking for like gray, MAC Stone lip liner, I'll put it up on the screen so you can shop it. You need to buy that. If you're looking for, I'm telling you, it's gray. If that turns orange on you, go see a doctor because something is wrong. It is gray. And this new Gris shade, yeah, it's a very cool taupe. Now, is it like stone? No, the stone liner is gray. But this is a cool person's dream. Like it's about as cool as you get. It is cool taupe. And actually, I love it. I think it's a fantastic formula. I love the Attic lipsticks I have since they were released. There's also Wishes, which is a deep plum. I did not buy that shade because one, don't need it. And two, I do like plum shades, but you know, I already spent $500 some odd on this. And what I bought instead of Wishes, the deep plum, is the Dior Attic Maximizer. This is in Lucky Mahogany that came out sort of in between spring and fall. And I thought about getting this and I was kind of like, do I get it? Do I not get it? I'm glad I bought it because actually it's a very pretty shade and I love the Maximizer formula. I think it's one of the best things that Dior has done. So I will continue to sing the praises of the Maximizers, and this shade, Lucky Mahogany, is a beautiful, warm toned mahogany shade that looks like my hair that will be perfect for fall. Now, the cases. You have the Charm case, which is forest green embroidered canage canvas adorned with the green clover. You have the Lucky case, which is a soft pink embroidered canage canvas with pale pink clover charms. I see this as, I don't see forest green at all. I see sage. This is a sage color. So I don't know where they got forest green from, but that's what it said online and I disagree with it. The velvet lipsticks, did not pick up either velvet lipstick. There's Fortunate, which is autumnal orange beige, and Talisman, which is a deep, rich brick red. If you want a velvet lipstick or a matte lipstick and you have dry lips like mine, get the Guerlain. Don't go with the Dior. This is going to be a little bit of a salty Saturday, guys. I've had a week. I have to tell you, I just have to break in here for a second. Our car went to get gas after dinner the other night, literally died at the gas station, like died. It needs a new starter. Our cars are both old. We don't drive, so we're like, why should we get new cars? But now I think we might just trade in both cars and get like one car. Anyway, the point is, so we had to wait forever for a tow truck. That's one thing. My mother had to go back. She's in long-term care. Had to go to the hospital twice while I was traveling because she was found unresponsive. She's okay. She's all right. I mean, she's not all right, but she's all right. She's back in the long-term care. But this all happened while I was traveling. I had a crown done. This is a non-salty comment. I have the best dentist. If you need a dentist, if you're somebody who has problems with your teeth like I do, basically my nerves don't react the right way, the normal way, the average way. And also because of the red hair, Novocaine doesn't work right on me. So going to the dentist is a nightmare. Probably for the dentist too. Like, I feel terrible for them. I can feel things, my teeth, like I can feel air and cold when I'm not supposed to be able to because my nerves are off. So my poor dentist. This woman is the most patient. She explains things. She's incredibly helpful and she went out of her way to help me, but it was still a long process and a huge, frankly, pain in the butt. So, but if you need a dentist, Lennon Dental. No one's paying me. No ad here. Lennon Dental. If you want her name, I will give it to you. And you're in Massachusetts. She is phenomenal. If she can work on me, she can work on anyone. She is, like, honestly, it was the only good part. Going to the dentist was terrible. The crown process was awful, but she was literally a lifesaver. Because I don't think I would have been able to do it. I don't know what I would have done. I mean, I might not. I might have just had them pull the tooth. That is how, like, my nerves are incredibly sensitive. So all of that was going on. And then there's more stuff and there's travel and there's things and I have had a week. I know these are all little things, but I'm just venting a little bit. It's only all of you. The day Dior was delivered that morning, I went to Pilates and trying to get, 2026, physical, mental health, all that good stuff. And they come at 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, okay, well, that's weird. They don't usually come that early, but okay. And then the next day don't come until 9 o'clock at night. Probably because they were like, oh, she's not home in the morning. We'll come in the evening. But I was like, okay, which is why this review is so much later than I thought it would be. Anyway, so yes, I'm a little salty. That was a very long way of saying that's why I'm salty. But the point is, I didn't pick up the velvet lipsticks because I don't think Dior's are that good. If you're going to get a velvet lipstick, get Lisa Eldridge. And if you want a matte lipstick and your lips are dry, get the Guerlain. Even if your lips aren't dry, the Guerlain is the best one I've ever tried. Okay, the Rouge Blush, Charmed Coral, and Lucky Pink. So Lucky Pink, a luminous shimmering pink. Charmed Coral, a warm coral with fine multicolored shimmers. The eyeliner, Pearly Green, which is like one of the best shades I've ever seen. This is a creamy, deep shimmering forest green designed to complement the Charm Green palette. I also wore for the pink one, pink palette, brown palette. Sparkling Brown from Dior. This is an older shade. If it's still available, I'll have that pop up on the screen as well. There are nail colors. There's Charm, a holographic iridescent green, and Lucky, a muted shimmering rosewood. I didn't pick up the nail polishes. I should, because I have natural nails now, but there was too much going on. I am surprised at how much I like both eyeshadows, both palettes. The pink one, Lucky Rosewood, I did not think I was going to like this. The look that I got from this, and I used the burgundy shade, that's actually the shade I used sort of as the outer crease in, then crease into the eye, although I did blend it out. I love the way this looks on me. I think this is a beautiful look, and in fact, I'm like so impressed with how it ended up working. The formulas that are in here are really good. The pigment is great. I'm just like very impressed. And I did not think I was going to like that color story at all. And in fact, was not going to buy it even to show all of you, because I was just going to be like, look, let's just go with the green. But here's why I bought it. I bought it because the green shades that are part of this collection are very earthy green shades, like a Lucky Shamrock, like, grass. And those aren't the greens I really like. The greens I like are a cooler, bluer green almost. These are more sage, they are more olive, they are more yellow, and they're not my favorite greens. So I was like, you know what, let's get the rosewood as well, and then maybe we could mix the two if I wanted to. I am actually fond of both. I like the rosewood. I think it actually might be my favorite of the two. And the green, although at first I was like, I don't know if I like this because of the olive tones aren't my favorite. There's a shade in here, which is the mint green that's in the middle. And that mint green in the middle doesn't look mint in the palette. But when you put it on your skin, or at least when it goes on my skin, it looks like the same green as the Chanel bag that I bought, the Blazy bag that I am so in love with. It looks like that color. And that color has fast become a favorite of mine. In fact, I've been looking for jewelry to go with it and shoes to go with it and all that good stuff. So that shade, in my opinion, makes this palette. And I put it all over my eye to blend into the warmer shades that are in the rest of the palette, and it evens it out beautifully. And so because of that, I can say that I am a fan of this particular quad. The formulas in here are the same as they've been for the last couple of Dior eyeshadows. I'd say these are pigmented. They're not soft. They're not translucent shades. They go on well. They wear well. They do look good on the eye. They're not as forgiving as, say, a Clé de Peau. They're not as smoothing as a Clé de Peau, but they do have a nice texture to them. They are smooth enough to blend well. They blended into each other very well. And, when you see me putting them on, you can see I didn't have to struggle with my eyes in any way, shape, or form. And my eyes are dry. So I was impressed with the quality here. And when I say I didn't have to struggle, if you've never watched me before, hi, my name is Jennifer and I was a makeup artist for Chanel half a lifetime ago. And here on my channel, we do all things luxury. I would love if you go down and hit that subscribe button. I'd love you to be part of this amazing community. I was a makeup artist. I have played around with a lot of makeup, and I tried makeup on different people and different skin tones and skin textures and ages and all of that. And this one is actually quite good. Is it the best in my opinion? No, but I would certainly give it like a solid 8. It wears well. It's smoothing. It's semi-smoothing. It's not glittery. It doesn't have a ton of fallout. It wears well. It checks all the boxes. The other thing that I would say is it's not as blurring or smoothing as some formulas are for the price point that you're dealing with. And I have to tell you, between the two of them, like the color story, just the richness of the colors, I actually like the rosewood more than I like the green, the clover. Which is surprising. But I do think the balance of the green ones, if you use that mint in the middle, really does balance it out. If you're only looking for warm tones in the green, don't use that middle shade. That middle shade cools things down. The brown in there also does that, but the other shades are definitely warm leaning. So overall, it creates a neutral look, but if you don't use that shade in the middle, you're gonna get a warmer look. And with the rosewood, I would say it is all very cool leaning, except for the shade that shade that you'll see in the middle of my swatches. That one has a little bit more of a peach tone, a little bit, so it warms it up, but it is overall rosewood. It is this cool toned pinkish rosewood look, which is why I didn't think I'd like it, but I actually like it more on me than the clover, which is interesting. The blushes. Skip the blushes, guys. I mean, there's a lot coming at us this season. There's so much. There's so many releases. I bought all of this because I do know you guys were very interested in it, but I do want to pick up some of the Tom Ford and the Chanel and, whatever else is coming our way. So if I were to balance, I would say get the eyeshadows, don't get the blushes. They're not bad. In fact, they look really nice on, but the thing is, you have these shades. And really what's different about these is the little clovers. The little clovers in these, that's what makes these unique. The formula for the blushes hasn't been good, in my opinion, since they changed things over several years ago. The old blushes were better. And if you're going to get a Dior blush, get the Backstage. The Backstage, which used to be worse, are now fantastic. Again, this is my take. Little square Backstage ones, buy those, do not buy these. If you're looking for the deeper one, it's definitely this one. Definitely the Charmed Coral, and there are micro pigment highlight thingies, shimmer in here. They're not bad. They don't over accentuate texture, but if you're buying one of these blushes because you have to have one, you get the pink one. If you don't like accentuating any texture on your face, they're multicolored, like shimmery pieces in there. In the coral, they're not piecey, but they are, you can see more of the like texture to your skin, the way that they sit. So if you don't like that, definitely go with the Lucky Pink. The Lucky Pink, of course, when you look at the swatches, is a lot lighter. The coral has a lot more depth to it. If you want something with like, if you're a deeper skin tone especially, the light pink might not really show up. The highlight for all of this collection, in my opinion, the pearly green. This liner is fantastic. This is an amazingly good liner. It's like a goldish green shimmer I love this. And this is something I actually might buy two of because it's limited edition and I do go through liners. As long as I don't open it. Like if you leave it closed, you probably can keep this for a while. So if I were to buy anything, I'd buy this pearly green liner. This is fantastic. I think this is sold out right now. Gris, and I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. I love Gris. First of all, the Attic lipsticks, they're very soft. They're very glossy. They go on really well. The thing is about the Attic lipsticks in general, although they have different finishes. Some are more shimmery, some are more satiny. This is more satiny. It doesn't last. It's not a long-lasting lipstick, but it is a very comfortable, hydrating lipstick that looks really nice. It's really shiny. It's very pretty, but you are paying a lot. Really, to be honest, you're paying so that you can take it out of this case and put it into this case. And I'll tell you right now, from my perspective, I love this. I have so many of these collectible, different limited edition cases, I can't even tell you. So I'm not judging. Okay, I'm salty, but I don't judge. I understand why this works. I understand how this sells. I totally get it. What I'm just urging everyone to do is remember that the case is pretty and it sits on your vanity. But if you don't like the formula or it doesn't work for you, it doesn't matter what the case is like. So I do find it interesting that that's what sold this collection. It's not really the formula. Let's be honest. The formulas from Dior, the main line of Dior, have not gotten better. In my opinion, they have not continued to be as groundbreaking in their eyeshadow formulas or their blush formulas. However, you have the Dior Backstage blushes, which I think are phenomenal, and they improved a million times from the old ones. And then the Dior glass lipsticks that they have, those new formula, I love the formula of those. I think they're outstanding. And in fact, they've kind of replaced Suku for me, which is now hard for me to get because I can't order things from Harrods like I used to. So I'm confused about Dior at this point because I love the marketing that they're doing. I love the packaging. I love that they're tying that in. You're getting something for your money. But I do wish they would put as much time and effort into the formulas as they put into the packaging because they're doing it for some of the products. That's the thing I don't get. They're doing it for the glass lipsticks, which I love. Like that's a brand new product and it's phenomenally good. Like the product itself, the formula is good. The colors are good. It's glass classy. It looks fantastic on. It lasts for what it is. The blushes, it's between those and the Saint Laurents for like my favorite blushes. Like they're even the scent I love. Yet the eyeshadows, although these are good, I will say the formula in these are good. They're a solid 8, which is impressive. It's just that they're still not as good as the ones that were released with the pine oil and the aloe 5-6 years ago. So I don't know exactly why they stopped using that. I'm sure there's a reason. I just don't know what it is. And the blushes, in my opinion, these are not even close to as good as the Backstage. They're made by the same brand. That's what confuses me. The liner, by the way, really does stay on. You can't get the sucker off. I did wash my hands, and the liner stays on. So the liner, the formula is really good. And you can use it and keep it on. It's like basically waterproof. Now, if you rub it off, yes, you can get it off. It's extremely good. So my opinion, if you're really not interested in the puffy sleeves and the embossing, and you have every shade, the liner, the pearly green liner and the gris lip, the attic lip, if you like a really cool lip, those are the best. And the packaging, hats off to Dior for knowing what people actually want, because this collection, like I said in the beginning, sold out in minutes, and now they're just bringing it back in like tranches. When I find out if it's going to be at other places, I will let you know, and I assume it will, but you know, making assumptions is always a bad idea. So I'd love to hear, did you pick up this collection? Did you buy it because of the packaging? Are you surprised at the fact that you like the colors or you don't like the colors? And, you know, let me know whatever thoughts you have about this compared to other brands and what they're doing with their packaging. So thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I really do appreciate it. I hope to see you in another video really soon.